even Republicans years ago were saying, oh, we're falling behind the Chinese. They have the digital yuan. You know what they use that for? That is a surveillance tool.
A bill to amend the Federal Reserve Act to prohibit the Federal Reserve banks from offering certain products or services.
Blockchain technology, Web3, will transform every single industry.
To make crypto payments easier and more efficient for those who seek to use crypto as a...
Can you talk to us a little about why that would be important to ensure that there is not a central bank cryptocurrency?
You and thank my colleagues here on the committee for your actions to support our recent Genius legislation.
Yes, sir.
They try to shake me out, but I was born ready. Dropping down the price, then I be getting plenty. They want all your bags and they want all them empty.
What's up, good bitches? Welcome back to some more Moon O'Clock News. No breakfast, no coffee, just straight extra bullishness. Shout out to the latest sub. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in. Don't forget to drop an elbow from the top ropes on that likey button. We got XRP on fire. Just in, the market cap of XRP just surpassed 185 billion for the first time. Meanwhile, the markets are on fire. We got the cryptocurrency total market cap getting ready to burst. 4 trillion, BTC 120,000, ETH right around 3,500, XRP 332, 333, 335. XRP getting ready to blast through our previous high around $3.40, which we hit back in January, around 6 to 7 months ago. XRP $4 inbound. Some analysts have us hitting $8, $20. Will we see triple digits? Let me know your guys' price targets down below. Meanwhile, update, voting has just been moved up at approximately 2:40, 3:10 p.m. Eastern. The House will take the following votes: the passage of HR 3633, Digital Asset Market Clarity Act of 2025, 15 minutes. Passage of the Genius Act, 5 minutes. Anti-CBDC Surveillance Act, 5 minutes. A regulation jar of molasses is bursting open. I hope you had those bags packed, locked and loaded. The best is yet to come. Crawl, walk, then we rock it. Monica Long says as trillions of dollars of assets, bonds, stocks, real estate, the list goes on, becomes tokenized around the world. You can't overstate the importance of bank-grade custody and security underpinning these assets. Proud to have Ripple custody, safeguarding Dubai land, apartments, real estate, title deeds, tokenized on the XRP ledger. No elementary task. Update: the U.S. House finished debate on all 3 crypto bills: the Clarity Act, Genius Act, and the anti-CBDC bill. With the final votes pending, Bill Haggerty says this afternoon the House will vote on the Genius Act. Get ready for more pumpage.
Time for debate has expired. Pursuant to House Resolution 580, the previous question is ordered on the bill as amended. The question is on engrossment and third reading of the bill. Those in favor say aye. Those opposed, no. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it. The third reading.
A bill to amend the Federal Reserve Act to prohibit the Federal Reserve banks from offering certain products or services directly to an individual, to prohibit the use of central bank digital currency for monetary policy and for other purposes.
The question is on the passage of the bill. Those in favor say aye. Those opposed say no. The ayes have it. The bill is passed.
So it begins. Buckle up, glitches. Watch your guru, Justin. Congressman Johnson says blockchain technology will transform every industry in the same way the internet has over the last 30 years, and it'll run on the standard XRP.
Blockchain technology, Web3, will transform every single industry in the same way that the internet has transformed every single industry over the last 30 years.
Internet of value is upon us. The unlocking, the transfer of wealth. Know what you hold. We got CoinDesk. New White House press secretary claims that the administration wants to make crypto payments easier and more efficient. XRP, built for payments, built for the internet of value?
Spending, so I was just wondering if you could comment on those.
Sure. Well, the president did signal his support for a de minimis exemption for crypto, and the administration continues to be in support of that. We are definitely receptive to it to make crypto payments easier and more efficient for those who seek to use crypto as simple as buying a cup of coffee. Of course, right now that cannot happen, but with the de minimis exemption, perhaps it could in the future, and we will continue to explore legislative solutions to accomplish that.
It's XRP's time. The flippening, Coin Bureau, the 3 crypto bills explained. Here's what you need to know.
Well, there are 3 bills that we're going to be addressing today. One is a dollar-backed stablecoin bill called the Genius Act that came out of the Senate. This is a bill that literally is about exporting U.S. dollars all around the world. It may not be as big domestically to start with, although I think eventually it will be. But think about that cab driver down in Brazil who would love to do business in U.S. dollars, and right now he can't. But with a dollar-backed stablecoin, he'll be able to. This is about exporting U.S. dollars and solidifying the reserve currency status of the U.S. dollar. The other one is called the Clarity Act. This is a market structure bill. The problem we've had with getting new investment into this country is people don't know what regulator they're dealing with. They don't want to spend all kinds of legal fees fighting with the government over whether they're cash and they deal with the Treasury, whether they're a security and they deal with the SEC, or whether they are a commodity and deal with the CFTC. This gives clarity so people understand what they have to do business in this country. And then the last one, which is my bill I've been advocating for probably 5 or 6 years, is a prohibition of a central bank digital currency. Why is that important to our national security, Allison? Because for years, even Republicans years ago were saying, oh, we're falling behind the Chinese. They have the digital yuan. You know what they use that for? That is a surveillance tool. They surveil their citizens. They build social scores based on your purchases, your habits, etc. That is completely against any American value that we know of. And we've got to prevent our central government from ever creating this surveillance tool here in the United States of America. Very important bills.
A new day has started. Welcome to Crypto Week. July we fly. Sky high. Meanwhile, Crypto Eddie, stablecoin RUSD volume up 841% on 24 hours. XAIF Crypto SEC Chairman speaks out. The crypto bill is advancing fast. No CBDCs. Why? We're not ready to give that kind of power to the Fed. Big moves brewing in DC, XRP. All roads lead to the bridge.
House, of course, did, and that was the pushback. Can you talk to us a little about why that would be important to ensure that there is not a central bank cryptocurrency?
Well, I think it's best for that sort of thing to be left to the private sector. The government can mine the legal tender and the dollar itself, but the means of transfer and that sort of thing, I think, is best left to innovators. And we don't want to become like China, where you have the threat of a government that can run roughshod over people's bank accounts directly. So I think it's best to leave that to banks and financial institutions and whatever may develop in the next few decades as far as where people put their money and how they transfer it.
Just in, Congressman Brad Sherman says crypto stablecoins are not stable, not a coin. They don't want us winning.
They call it stablecoin. It's not stable. It's not a coin. It's a money market account that under this law must pay 0% interest. So who wants to forgo a 4% rate of return and get a 0% return in stablecoin? Those who are desperate for what cryptocurrency offers. Cryptocurrency literally means hidden money. And these stablecoins are exempt from the anti-money laundering provisions. Thus, it meets the needs perfectly of drug dealers, human traffickers, sanctions evaders, those who are hiding assets from their former spouses, and tax evaders.
Reading from the script, know what you hold, know what's coming, and know why. They want us out. U.S. Banking Committee, GOP, without regulatory framework in place, businesses are forced to seek opportunities beyond our borders. That's why the Genius Act, led through the Senate, is important for American competitiveness.
I really appreciate the leadership you've demonstrated in this important area. And I also want to commend you and thank my colleagues here on the committee for your actions to support our recent Genius legislation.
Yes, sir.
That provides much needed regulatory certainty in the area of payment stablecoins that I think we desperately needed. And I've also been amazed and very pleased in the wake of that to see the energy and the enthusiasm behind market structure legislation. And I'm very pleased to see this esteemed group of folks here today that are ready to testify to help us with that. For too long, the lack of intelligible definitions, jurisdiction, and pathways to registration from our regulators have forced digital asset innovation beyond our borders. One of the saddest things that I heard as I came into the Senate talking to members of the industry with the brilliant people were taking up new jobs and new positions in countries other than our own because they felt they couldn't survive here. Why is that? Because in the void of regulatory framework, the SEC and others had stepped into that void and done one of the most pernicious things that we ever see here in Washington, the so-called enforcement by regulation, or regulation by enforcement, I'm sorry. That creates massive uncertainty. That has lent itself to destroying the possibility of America leading in this incredibly innovative sector. And I'm so pleased to see us moving back in a new direction.
Welcome to the mass adoption of cryptocurrencies, blockchain technology, distributed ledger technology, XRP. Meanwhile, Flare breaking out. Crypto Eddie, check out Crypto Eddie on X, Crypto Eddie on YouTube. Flare started a breakout. You're going to see a lot of talk about XRP and Flare this run. XRP5, it'll be litty, as they say. We got one from Stellar, build on Stellar. Protocol 23 is here. All smart contracts get faster, cheaper. Next time you see an engineer, give him a hearty pat on the back and yell, "Thank you, Stellar." XLM, Swap Stack Secure XLM now live on Thor Wallet. A mobile first DeFi vault with multi-sig yield and full Stellar support. Your keys, your coins, your yield. Thor Wallet, unlock Stellar. DeFi, XRP, $8, $27 this cycle. Will we see a triple-digit XRP this cycle? $8 en route before the end of this month. Bags packed, locked and loaded. At Grab Crypto, XRP versus BTC. Time to break out of the formation. Then Valhalla, before and after. XRP, we're just getting started. Utility season about to get unlocked. Regulation, jar molasses is bursting open. Waters above, we're just getting started. Batman bag ladies, $15 XRP. Now loading. Enjoy the ride. July we fly. Sky high. And take a look at the XRP chart one more time before we get on out of here. XRP gearing up to break that $3.40 wall. Then it's en route to new all-time highs. $4, $5, $8. Next moonshot en route, and we still got quite a ways to go before the end of this cycle. It looks like XRP is repeating this massive 2017, 2018 cycle. Rhyming and repeating. How high will it go? The longer they take, the higher we keep climbing on that XRP rich list. Where will those bags be when that regulation jar molasses finally breaks open and XRP's true price is finally revealed? We'll catch you up here on the mothership. I am the XRP Bagman, the Moon Commander. BYOB, bring your own bags, be your own bank, be your own boss. And don't forget to drop an elbow from the top ropes on that likey button. We'll see you at the tippy top. Later, glitches.
Later, glitches.
Welcome to the party. This a moon party. Hey, this a moon party. Hey, welcome to the party. Welcome to the party. This a moon party. This a moon party. Welcome to the party, we don't play round here. Moon suit on or you get sprayed round.